Hey, excuse me. One sec here. Let me just check. Okay, stream seems fine. All right. Hopefully that all remains working. Okay. Actually, do I need to set up stream tags? Is that a thing here? Hold on a sec here. Let me just do a little bit of research for. Okay. String tags. Is there? Can add tags. Yep. Okay. Tags. Keywords. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Advanced settings. Close. Done. Do I need to? Hold on. Oh, there we go. That's probably it. Okay. Let's do this. Taking a cursor. And I don't know what part this would be. Probably. I think here's like part 5, I think. I think it's like part 5. Actually, no, because that's not the parser. The parser I started working on like just yesterday. So part 2. Well, you know what? I just call it a lexer. Yep. It's fine. Let's see. Categories, science and tech. Is there any? Yeah, add in tags. Here we go. We'll just say with that for now. Excuse me. And okay. Cool. All right. Sorry, had to get some stuff set up here. So let's go back. Let's see. Where do we need to go first? Guess we'll go to no, that's not where I want to go. Hold on. Is it token? It is. Okay. So let's go here. All right. Okay. No, let's go to one of the downsides of having everything split up the way it is on parser token.h. There we go. And let's go through and copy. There we go. All right. Just go through and it's unknowns, probably pretty obvious. Just use printf for the moment. I might decide to do something a little different, but for now, that's going to work just fine. You get used to using just make sure I've got was it 64M? Yeah, okay. Okay, and actually, did I? Hold on, did I do? No, okay. So probably best to just include standard IO for now. Okay, unknown. And let's make this a little bit better. Okay. Top. Not the most efficient way to print this, but that's okay. All right, unknown. Type. So it's going to be unknown, and then after that's printed out, it'll go to the bottom and print out the position so that I know where everything is. Okay, so hit break there. Okay. All right. Now, each of these is going to, I think it's going to reference just the keywords array. Just have to go through. Should at some point. Oh, I guess it's not necessary. This editor does not have the ability to tab selected lines out easily, like multiple lines at once, so I kind of have to do this all by hand, one at a time, which is rather time-consuming, as I'm sure you can imagine. And I've gotten used to some of the conveniences of modern editors thanks to playing bit burners quite a bit recently, so kind of, yeah, kind of annoying, but anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of that. So here, let's see, we need to, so it's already going to do token type, so there's printf. There we go. And then keywords, what is it, self.type. Dot, what is it? Is it key? I think it's key. Hold on. Just put that there, and I'll move up to the top here real quick. So that's 107. Let's see, keyword. Excuse me. Okay. Make sure that that's getting the correct thing. Keyword. Okay. And just, okay, that's fine. Nope, nope. There we go. Okay. Okay, now each of these, I guess we'll just do this. Suppose I could just print the lexeme. Honestly, that might be better. Certainly be faster. Hold on. Is that a valid way to do that? Hold on. Just check what I got here. Oops. Token.h. Just make sure that that's token. I mean, there is a lexeme there. Be a lot easier. I'm going to try it first. We'll see if that works. If it does, then I've just saved myself so much effort and wasted way more time than I should have. But that's okay. You live and learn. Just do this real quick. Actually, what we'll do instead of that is I don't want to have to discover this doesn't work and waste more time doing this way. Okay, let's see. What is it? Lexeme. Which, if you didn't know, that's just the segment of text that the token refers to. Yeah, okay, and then length, it should also be fine, and then standard out. And then, what else? Move to the top first. Hold on. What is it? 64. think it's about there. Yep. Okay. So it's there, and then I guess start is going to be written like this. Okay, I think that's everything I really need there. Let's go that. Let's see. Start line is start. End dot line and end dot column. Okay. Let's check again. Just gonna make sure that the definition tokens is matching here. Here. Okay. Yep. YD point. Okay. I think everything there is done. So let's go ahead. Let's see. Undeclared. Oh, it needs to be self.start. That's why. Nope, wrong place. Okay. All right. Now, actually, I need to add in something that will actually cause it to print out a token. So, I guess I need to go to .c real quick. Go in here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this stuff. Or comment it out, I should say. Just comment it out for now. Actually, no, we'll delete it. There's no reason to keep it there. It doesn't need to be there. Okay, so ID token. I'll have to set up the lexer so it'll actually detect those things in a minute. But for now, let's see. Token type, we'll do int, I guess. Let's see, start is 1, 1, and is 1, 5, so it's 4 characters long. And then the lexeme, we'll say that it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and length is 4. I think that'll work. Let's go ahead and token print. All right, let's see if this runs. In scalar initializer. Type name. Did I forget to include Is that? Okay, it does not include. Actually, I don't need to include that there. Put that in the parser.c. Hold on. Parser.c. It's going to need to be in here anyway. The okay. I think that's. Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay. Okay, am I losing my mind? Oh, because I didn't terminate that. Okay, that would explain it. Okay. Hmm. All right. I think that'll work. It's not perfect. Like, realistically, this should say something like int, right? Or int literal. And then it would have a value of 1, 2, 3, 4. But this will work. This is sufficient. Okay. Let's go to token.c. And we can get rid of all this because this is no longer necessary. What? Hold on. All right, hold on a sec here. Fascinating. Okay. That's a bug. That is quite the bug, actually. All right, well, I'm just going to go and close it. I'm going to try, hopefully, make this thing work for the moment, and then go back to fixing it again. Can I do that? Okay, nice. So I think it might just be the moving off the screen part. Maybe that's what's causing it issues. If so, I definitely need to work on fixing that. So that's a problem. That is a big problem. Anyway. Okay. Well, let's see what we got here. So, this is where things get a little bit complicated. Okay, I need to go check out the... here we go. Right here. Hold on. Let's copy that. Go to... Let's see. I'm just going to paste it in here so that I know what I'm working with. I might actually need to create a lexer object. I was thinking about this and kind of looking into things like finite state machines and such. Didn't really get very far, but I learned a little bit about them. And so I might end up implementing some of what I learn into this in the future. But for now, I'll stick with just a very basic parser because I know how to make that work. And this, we'll go and just comment this out real quick. I'll screw things up. I just want to know what all of this is. Okay. So start with while self.code at self index. Okay. And let's start with the operators. Those are pretty easy to do. Actually, no, we'll start with white space. That's something that needs to happen. I need to make sure that I ignore white space where it is not relevant. And I think that's all the white space I really care about there, so we'll go with that. So we'll advance the index. Yeah. And then, let's see, continue. Okay, I'm not going to be getting the line or column numbers with this setup, so I'll need to modify parser to include that. Let's go ahead and do this. Actually, no, that's in the... Oh. Hold on one sec here. I guess I don't have to include that because that stuff's already in the token, and so I could just use the previous token to determine that value each time. That wouldn't be too difficult. Okay, so we'll go do point start equals token dot end. I think that'll work. Make sure not to forget my semicolons because I've been ignoring them in other languages. Column. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll look at some operators first. So let's do regular arithmetic operators real quick. Okay. Actually, there are some bitwise ones that technically come before those. Let's throw those in too. And not. All right, so first up here, I'm going to do this. And so token type equals hold on. Let's do that. So this is just going to check if there's an equal sign immediately after the and percent there. Actually, it should be there. And then if that is the case, then the type will be, I think it's and equals or and eq. Otherwise, tt and. I think that should work. All right. Real quick here, token lexeme. It's going to equal, let's see, that's going to be self code index. And we're getting reference there. Okay. And token length plus plus because it's starting at 0. Okay. Actually, you know what? We're going to do an actual if statement here. Because there's other stuff that needs to change in addition to just the token type. There's coordinate stuff, all sorts of things like that. So we'll just go here, do this, and then token length, it's increased. And just because I know it's a lot safer to do it this way, we'll go ahead and say that it is equal to 1 or equal to 2. Actually, this will go else. And I need to put closing bracket or closing brace there. Okay. What else? Let's see. Okay. Okay. now, all right. So it's breaking out. Okay, let's go ahead and go to here. That. Let's see, code equals let's do it like that. Let's see, index is going to be 0. Length, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 6, I think is the total length there. So and the first thing is actually a token. So we'll say hopefully all of that works. And we'll call lex on parser. And we'll print parser.token. Let's see if that runs. I need to cast that. That might be why. That's why. Implicit declaration. I'm quite certain I included. Yeah, okay, so is that not in token.h? Should be. There we go. Define reference. Ah, that's why. And you know what? I'm going to make some changes here because I've been kind of playing around with different styles. And I sort of realized that using camel case for functions and snake case for variables actually kind of it doesn't really make things all that much more clear, especially if you're using like function pointers and things like that. So I'm just going to not do that. I'll stick with kind of the different types of names to make things a bit more obvious, because you typically use verbs for functions and nouns or something for variables. Actually, I need to go through and do the rest. Hold on. Go here, move. Okay. Okay, and then token.c. There we go. Here we are. Okay, that's fine. Excuse me. What's this? All right, I think that's everything there. Ah. Guessing that's something to do with this. Let's go right here and self index plus plus. Okay. Hold on. Let's go. If let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we can just do that. That's fine. Else unknown. There. Nice. Okay. Although it really shouldn't be doing that. So why is it? Parser first. Oh, because break doesn't. Okay. Okay. So we got to be a little bit extra. Turn. Okay. Still not doing what it's supposed to be. Okay. Oh, wait. I know why. I know why. Hold on. Yeah, okay. I think that's what's causing that. There we go. Well, it's still not right. Okay. Might not be properly setting the lexeme, but I thought it was. Oh, because it's advanced. Oh, that's why. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Okay. That would explain part of the problem there. There we go. So now we're getting the ampersand. And if we go to this, and we'll just run this one more time. Lex cursor token print. Nice. Cool. Okay. So it seems to be working. Okay. Well, we're nearing the end of the hour, so I am going to go ahead and call that good. And I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I will be streaming on YouTube for the foreseeable future, so hopefully all goes well on that front. But thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again next time. So have a great day.